Hi there learners, and welcome back to our next video in our series covering the PAT for 2024. And we are now looking at what is actually needed for phase 1 and how we can approach that. Now, just a few things. Number 1, let's just go through a few details here. And this is not my presentation. I'll give you a link to this in the description. This comes all the way from the national conference that we had with the IEB. They provided us with this. So this slide is just again telling you what the PAT is, that it's a compulsory component of CAT. It forms 25% of your overall year mark. And please don't forget to read through the task guidelines and assessment tools as well. We need to also look at tracking your progress. So we know that with our PAT, with the new structure now, we have phase 1 and phase 2. We also know that phase 1 has been split into task 1 and task 2, and the same for phase 2. So please just bear that in mind. This is just a guideline. Right? You can use it. You don't have to use it. It's entirely, up to you what you are going to be doing. But if you look at this, this is where term 1 ends, March. So by the end of term 1, you should have completed phase 1, task 1. Then phase 2, task 2 around April. So more or less before you write your June exams, you should be finished with phase 1. And we want to try and get everything done with phase 2 by August. Okay. So, please bear that in mind. Try and put a deadline there for yourself. Watch yourself. Track your progress according to this, and you'll be okay. Then, don't forget the following. Phase 1, task 1, that's 33 marks. Task 2, 37, and phase 2, etc. But we'll get there in further videos, just showing again the breakdown and how we get to that 170 marks. Right, so let's jump in and go and see phase 1 now. Please remember at this stage, as I go through, you would have either chosen one of the 3 topics that they've given you: leaving your digital footprint, AI, does it have a place in education, protecting the screen ager, or you would have chosen your own topic. Okay, and please don't forget to clear that with your teacher. Now, with phase 1, right, we're looking at phase 1, task 1. We said this is out of 33 marks. You want to look at the following. These are the 8 steps, again, coming from National, telling us and guiding us as to what should be done. So you first want to open your phase 1 template document. Now, you should have received a resources pack like this from your teachers. And I'm just going to open phase 1. And go into the template. And here you can see, here's the template for phase 1, task 1. Now there they tell you, you need to create a cover page. They even tell you how to insert it. By now you know, okay? Add a title, include your name, surname, grade, use an appropriate design. Whenever they say that, they're just asking you to have a nice, professional, clean design. And here is what confirms it. This is a professional document. So you want to start off well. Right, so they give us a couple of tips there. They tell us avoid too many colors and too much word art. You want to look for something like Arial 12. That's a very nice size to go for. Maximum of 18. They don't want anything bigger than that for the headings. Use appropriate language. Do a spelling and grammar check. Insert page numbering. You may use a page border on the cover page only. You are to leave the background color white. You can change the font colors or the headings for emphasis. You can format this document. Now listen to this, using as many word skills as possible, because in phase 2, I think it's task 2, you're going to be asked to display all of those skills, so to give a screenshot of what you actually used. They want you to use different heading styles. Insert an electronic table of contents. They show you where to do that, or they tell you at least where to do that, and insert an automatic reference list at the end as well. Okay. Then they just mentioned remove any unnecessary blank pages, remove all the red text from this document. In other words, all of this, they want you to remove that. So let's just scroll through, and there you can see There is my table of contents, so you can go and insert one there. This is a declaration that you have to fill out as well, so this must be included. Surname, name, did you receive any help or information from anyone to complete phase 1? Name of the person, blah, blah, blah. Did you use artificial intelligence such as ChatGPT? And you declare that the PAT is your own work. All right, so there we can see you're going to put in your topic. You're going to put in an introduction, okay, of approximately 50 to 80 words. Then in the DBE, they call it the focus question. Yeah, they talk about it as the key question. So what is the main focus of your investigation going to be? And then we look at the planning. They say copy this table at least 15 times for each question. Apply appropriate formatting to the table. There's a section for your questionnaire. Maybe you had an interview, you conducted a poll. It can be a WhatsApp poll, anything like that, an email that you sent out. And then they just mention here about the integration, because that's going to be important. So let me just mention this now. You want to plan your final solution by creating a framework on how you will organize your information using headings, subheadings, mind maps, diagrams. So you're basically going to describe that here. Indicate in detail how the various applications will be used in phase 2, task 1. But this is obviously once you finish task 2 for phase 1, your references and your spelling and grammar. So this is the template for phase 1, right? Not phase 1, task 1, but the entire phase 1. All right, and you can put supporting documents in there as well. Okay. Step 2, provide a broad description of the task. Formulate a main question. So just follow these steps, right? Ask at least 15 questions. Did you see when that template said you need 15 of, let's see, where are we? 15 of these tables. So you're going to have this. You're going to have 15 of these tables, one table for each question. Now you might ask, well, Mr. Hambury, what questions? Here we go. Open and closed questions that will provide the type and amount of information that will satisfy the definition of the problem and help solve the problem. In other words, questions that help you find more data and information about your topic. So if you're going to do the AI one, like what is AI? Does AI have a role in education? What are the benefits of AI in education? Can AI work with the current education or in the current educational system? You know, questions like that, questions that help you to find more info related to your main question. Right? If that is the focus, these are the questions that help you find more info for this. The questions must be categorized according to the question category. And they want you to check Appendix A of the task guidelines. So let us go to Appendix A to those task guidelines and have a look for ourselves. So we're going to go all the way. Here we go. Appendix A. There you go. Question categories. Right? Factual questions. I think I did this in the previous video. Just touched on these. So please use this as a resource when it comes to making sure of what you're actually doing there. So questions must also be categorized according to the question category. Then, step 6, determine the methods and sources you are going to use to gather the information. Use at least 3 different methods, of which one must be a questionnaire. So they're telling you you must conduct a questionnaire. That can be whatever you want it to be, like a Google form or an electronic Word questionnaire as well. And these are just links to show you how to create a Word questionnaire and how to create a Google form if you're not familiar with that. Then step 7, you want to develop a plan or strategy for searching for the information, and then determine which packages will be used to organize the data. So this is just a very good overview of what is required for phase 1, task 1. And I just want to go back to our task guidelines so we can just double check everything for phase 1. Okay, so that was the topic. There we go. There they tell you again your task definition, what they want, the key question, the planning. These are going to be your headings. You can have closed or open questions for those 15 questions. Here's the table that you're going to be using, and there they tell you These you're going to leave blank for phase 1, task 2, right? And yeah, that's really it for phase 1, task 1. Please take some time, read through this. Again, you can modify these topics. Maybe you want to do AI, but not in education, maybe in something else. But please don't forget to clear that with your teachers. And I hope this now gives you a good overview as to what is required for phase 1, task 1.